Hi preschool friends, welcome back to another episode of Mr. Beam Reads. Today we're going to be reading about Moonbear's Shadow, written and illustrated by Frank Ash. Here's Moonbear, and you can see him jumping over the stream, and his shadow is looking like he is. We're going to find out what he does with his shadow in this story. Let's read. One day, Bear went down to the pond with his fishing pole and a big can of worms. While he was putting a worm on his hook, he looked down and saw a big fish. "I'm going to catch that fish," thought Bear to himself. But when Bear stood up to throw his line in the water, his shadow scared the big fish away. "Go away, shadow!" cried Bear. But Bear's shadow would not go away. "Okay," said Bear, "if you won't go on your own, then I'll just have to get rid of you." And he put down his fishing pole and began to run. He ran around the pond, and when he got to the other side, he kept on running. Do you think he will lose his shadow by running away? He ran through a field of flowers, jumped over the brook and behind a tree, kind of like what it looked like on the cover. "Good," thought Bear. "Now Shadow can't find me." But Bear was wrong. When he stepped out from behind the tree, the first thing he saw was Shadow. Nearby was a cliff. Bear walked over to the cliff and looked up. "I'll climb so high, Shadow won't be able to follow me," thought Bear. And he started to climb. Up, hands and feet, climbing, climbing, climbing. Bear climbed higher and higher until at last he pulled himself to the top. Huffing and puffing, he smiled with pride. And then he looked down, and do you know what he saw? Shadow. Now Bear was very annoyed. That means bothered. So he went home and got his hammer and some nails to nail his shadow to the ground. Will that work? He hammered and hammered and hammered, but no matter how many nails he hammered, he couldn't nail his shadow down. "If I can't nail him down," thought Bear, "maybe I can bury him." So he got his shovel and dug a hole. And when the hole was deep and wide, he let his shadow fall in the hole. He's using his thinking brain to try and get rid of his shadow. Then Bear filled the hole with dirt. When he was finished, it was almost noon, and the sun was so high in the sky, and the shadow was nowhere to be seen because the sun was directly up above him. "At last," sighed Bear. "No more shadow." But now, Bear was very tired. So he went inside and took a little nap. While he slept, the time passed, and so did the sun across the sky. And you can see as the sun moves, the shadow changes. And once again, the sun cast cat shadows everywhere. When Bear got up and opened his door, do you know what he saw on the floor? His shadow. "Not you again!" exclaimed Bear. And he slammed the door, hoping to lock his shadow inside. But Shadow was too quick. He was right behind him. Sighed Bear. "How about this? If you let me catch a fish, I'll let you catch one too. Nod your head like this if it's a deal." And when Bear nodded his head, so did his shadow. So Bear went back to the pond, and once again he threw his line in the water. By this time the sun was in a different spot, a different part of the sky, which made it easy for Shadow to keep to his part of the deal. When Bear stood up, Shadow didn't go in the water, he stayed on the land, on the beach or in the grass. And that way, Bear could catch a fish, and so could Shadow. And that is Moonbear's Shadow, as read to you by Mr. Beam. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.